Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can host your TypeScript node servers on Blender. This is a platform where you can host all kinds of apps. Even your Next.js apps can be hosted here. Your Next, your React apps, your all kinds of servers, all kinds of even front end, like I said, React, Next.js, and backend like Python or Node.js. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can host your Node.js project here. This is a very good for prototyping. Also, for example, if you are using AIs like Lovable and you want to integrate a dedicated backend, that is, you don't want to use a backend as a service, AAS. You want to build your own backend, you can use this for prototyping. And when you want to go live, you can just, upgrade to a paid instance. So basically, what they do is they provide the hosting service for you free, but there's a catch there. Catch is that your instance spin down while idle. So for restarting it might take up to a minute. So it means that all idle apps are usually spin down over time. So that's just the advantage, and which it means that you have to wait a couple of minutes for it to come up for the first time you are logging into the backend or something like that. So basically, for Lovable like this, if you don't want to use Superbase, you want to use a dedicated backend that you have full control over. And I've spoken about advantages of having a dedicated backend. Using a dedicated backend over using a backend as a service. It's done the comparison in one of my videos. I'm going to link it also. If you want to check that out, you can check it out. So most times if I'm going to build an app for production, I don't usually go backend as a service. But the reasons being that backend as a service is good for iteration purposes, for you to go to market quickly, but on the longer run is not as good because it becomes pricey, over time, and then you are going to implementing dedicated, complicated features in your backend becomes a problem because they just provide an interface, for you to use their interface. So that's going to cost you. They want to have custom features for your specific backend, going to cost you more. So that's why most times I prefer going within my own backend. Anyway, so today we're going to be looking at, so you can sign up with any of these repositories, or just use Google. Use your SSO sign in. So I'm going to be using my GitHub sync. That's where my apps are hosted. So I already have a couple of apps. You can see I have a couple of apps already. But so let's start a new project here, and I'm gonna click on web services. Because we want to what we want to do is we want to host a backend. Is a web service and not a static site. And when I'm showing you so I have a backend here. Yeah, I think I've hosted GitHub. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at it. This is a project I've been. I have both the backend. Actually, Now, what I'm going to do is backend that I can. So I'm about what I want to do here now is that I want to push this the repository because the backend is not sitting on a repository. So and this is what we need. Don't need the front end for now, so we're going to focus on the backend. I'm going to initialize a repository right here. You can just publish to GitHub. You don't know how to publish to GitHub. If you don't know how to use GitHub, then probably you can just Google it, sign up for an account and or whatever code or repository you are using. It's Bitbucket, but I'm going to be doing it with GitHub. So you can do it from here, or you can go to your GitHub, create a repository, and just copy the commands. For example, you can just go here, GitHub, and you can click on creating new. So when I name it AI planner, AI. And I'm going to make it a private repository. I'm just going to click on create repository there. It's just going to give you this create a new repository or push an existing. So we are creating a new. Just going to copy this back to my code editor here. And we are going to open a terminal. So after opening the terminal, we have our terminal here. So I'm just going to paste, what we just copied. And you can see that she initialized the repository. We need to configure your git signal also. So what it's asking is to add git signal. I mean, node modules to git signal. So you can also add your this folder, but there's no need to add it for now and the reason why I'm not adding it is because in some cases where the build fails, I want to have already built it on my system, even as much as when you push the render will build it again. But I just love to leave it in case I want to integrate a backend, another backend service that is probably low on memory for testing purposes and cannot run, cannot install, because depending on the plan you're using a free plan. Most of these hosting providers, what they do is they limit the memory, and TypeScript used to be large, for free usage most of the time. So it ends up, eating up memory. So usually what I used to do then is I would just build it on my system and then push it, and then I can just pick up build file. For example, if you are deploying this to a cPanel hosting, and you're using a shared hosting, maybe you're using the list of the shared hosting, then you're going to be having a lot of memory issues, So adding TS TypeScript to your dependency is going to consume a lot of memory, and it's not usually globally installed on the on cPanel's shell. That means you have to install it, for every app you host, which will consume memory, and most of the time it will fail. The build will fail because of that. It might not even install. In that case, you can just build it, and avoid building on the server, and you just need to connect directly, and just run it from the disk. So, but for now, so I'm not going to add it. I'm not going to add this to gitignore. I'm going to leave it as it is. But I'm going to add you need to add also gitignore. I think what's so I'm just going to ask client to fill out the can you help you out it ignore it necessary files and folders to ignore. That's no. What this is going to do, it is going to check which type of app, and then based on that, it will fill out the so this is quite basic. Net too basic. Well, let's just go with what it did for now. So I'm going to remove the disk folder, like I said. Just leave it. I think the rest is on mode, and the error in the bug is good. This is okay. This is just basic. For me, I'm going to update it later on. Anyway, because that's not the focus of this video. So basically, let's just push this through. Let's push this to live. Give it a commit message initialization. Commit push launch. So this will make AI planner available in our GitHub. Now that we've done that, so basically what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to go back to render. It has uploaded successfully, and if you refresh on this, reload this, you'll see that it is. So this is our app. So the next thing you want to do is go back to render here. Then I'm gonna let's just reload the page. So once you reload the page, you can see it here already. Node.js, the language is Node. Main branch, yes. There is just the region. Root directory. Of course, it's not the root directory. I think let's check the root directories folder. Yeah, this is the root directory, not the, yeah, so we're gonna leave it as it is. It is. We're gonna select the instance for a start. Let's see. So after doing that, all we just need to do is and then the advance. Don't need to set all this. Deploying. So let's see, let's wait for it to for a quick way to check if it's going to work. And come to your app and run npm run build, npm run build. If there's any error, because we are working with TypeScript, most times they might be typing error somewhere. When you build it, it will show you the typing error that's missed. You can see we have an error here. And if you go check the deployments field, and see it's failing it. I'll show you this. Let's fix that page. Once we fix that, there is another error. Hello. Now, it's npm. So probably also needs to install this thing. So you can see most of the time, npm can be a little bit problematic managing dependency in case you're having a lot of errors, a lot of warnings, and switch to Yarn. Yarn is a better option in managing dependencies compared to npm. So now after you've done that, and you also need to install the types. I'm just going to install dash. I think save there. Is it save there? Dash save. Not sure. Add types. Yes. Yeah, that was wrong. Anyway, let's build this. If there's an error, it's going to show. Worked without us even needing to add the type. Anyway, regardless of that, let me see if I can get the type. Yeah. That's if the type by right. Yes. Let's see. Just to avoid so it is a tweet on it. audit. Now we can just push the update. Let's put, and we run dev and see if it works. npm run dev just to make sure we don't have any errors. Meanwhile, while it's running, that started, seems to be working fine. Let's commit the, oh, since you are going to have to choose between a log file, you can see we have a log file for Yarn here for package.json. I will say specifically that we should update. I'm going to push the just log file since in Yarn on the server. I'm just going to stay here. What's it called? Bcrypt error 50 crypt error fixed. Now this is commit. After doing that, let's just so we've pushed it. So that should trigger a, and see it's connected here. That should trigger a, what's it called? Rerun for the deployment on the server. And one more thing, I've not added the env, so I'm not going to be showing that here. I just some people, try to my use it. I'm just going to show you how to transfer it, and I'm going to do it. You know the issue is that I've triggered the rerun. It should have been building. It's games is not games trigger it, but before then, let's set the environment variables and come to and add an environment. Here you can add an environment. I'm going to add this by pausing it and then showing you guys later. So you just copy your env and add. So basically, updated the envs and we'll pair. There's some gotcha. Oh, it's all fine. Just wait. Let's just wait for it and give it some time. Finish up. And see it as finished running. Let's wait for it. You didn't. And you have to wrap the var dash. That's basic. I'm just going to make it. I'm going to wrap the var double arrow. Done that and done this. And done. Let's wait for it. Wait for it. Or anyway, let's see live already. Let's get live basically live. And seeing is live already. I don't know why this basically is that but think is the double quote. It's so and step. And see now we are live and we are connected. Now our backend I HD. We're going to see that going to show okay. Then that backend is working fine. So you can pick this URL and use the our quite better than using AWS way. Not you might be charged at any time. You know, a lot of companies make this error in AWS as this. You need to use AWS. Even if you need uh something large, you can just pay for one of the instances where you have a fixed price, where you know you are either paying $7 per month. You know, well, your price is defined. So now our is like, but hope you learned one or two things from this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to be showing you how you can use Lovable, your external DB, your external backend. We're going to be connecting this to an Lovable project in the coming tutorials. So thumbs up. See you guys. Like the video, ensure to like and subscribe for more tutorials like this. See you next time.